Welcome to Game Plan. My name is Bas Fazil. It has been an absolute fantastic few days of super games going on, continuously taking on different teams, playing some wild games out there, down to the last minute. Every goal, every point matters here at Game Plan. Today, joining me is Kasim from the Leicester team, overall manager, who is also taking care specifically for the cricket and football part. Kasim, welcome on board today. How's it been so far?
Yes, everything's been very exciting. Matches have been very competitive. The excitement is there, enjoying the games. We've had 3 cricket matches already. Today was against Leicester. The one before that was against Dar es Salaam. And the first one was against Dubai.
How did you guys do?
It was very tough because our team's very new. Okay, we only formed this Leicester team about 8 months ago. Most of our players, we haven't played much for years, for about 10-15 years. But what I've done, okay, I made a group, okay, formed a team, and there was a good response. And then we formed a cricket team about 6 months ago. Now we're in a tournament, a great event, sports event, and taking part is actually a privilege.
Great. Kasim, tell me, let's get straight into the question. What is your game plan? What is your strategy? How are you actually planning to either win or what is your goal here at the Unity Festival 2015?
It's not all about winning or losing, okay, it's all about unity, okay, that's the important thing is. We don't have such a game plan, okay, because our team is only 6 months old, we haven't played for a while, but the most important thing is enjoying the game, okay, being part of it. I mean, the 3 matches we've had, okay, it's been challenging, okay, very exciting. The teams that we've been playing, they're very strong team. But we've done well so far. We haven't won any matches, okay, unfortunately. But we've enjoyed all the 3 games, and also all our players are very happy.
And Kasim, I guess, I like that attitude. It's not all about winning. Obviously we're all over the world as a community, but coming together, playing these games, one, you get to know more people.
Exactly.
Okay? But you made a very interesting comment. Your team is only 6 to 8 months old. Okay, what caused you to bring all this together? I mean, why suddenly there's a Leicester team? How did the rest of the guys previous to this play? Were they part of Stanmore? Were they part of other communities?
5 years I've been arranging the football side of it.
Okay.
So I do like practice matches, and we enter the MEM, we get prepared for the MEM.
Okay.
So I've been doing that for 5 years. I used to play cricket myself about 22 years ago.
Wow.
So one day I came back from football, parked my car, and I was thinking, I've been here like in Leicester, because I'm originally from London, so I've been living in Leicester for 7 years.
Okay.
So I was thinking that no one's actually talking about cricket. It just came to my mind. So I made a group. Okay, if anyone's interested in cricket, they'll actually give me some feedback. And suddenly there was good numbers, people were interested, people that they haven't played for 10 years, 15 years, okay. So then I arranged a net practice. So we started doing the net practice, okay. It started getting more exciting, people started getting back into it, people haven't played for 15, 20 years. And we built the atmosphere and we started practicing every Wednesdays. And then when the summer came up, then we started having matches, our local matches. So we played against Peterborough, we played against Stanmore, Again, that was very exciting, and it was just getting back into the rhythm. And then suddenly we heard about Dubai. So I went to one of the guys, he's one of our main players, one of these things. I said to him, and Anis, Najani,
Okay.
I said to him, why don't we enter the tournament? I said, yeah, because I'm up for it, because we can arrange. Then slowly we started getting a team together. Our team was a big week, okay.
It's quite new though, isn't it? Yeah.
We got up to 6 players, but 3 of the strength. So we still lacked about 5 players. We could have chosen someone else, but we don't want to come here with a very weak team. We want to make some kind of effort. So then we chose 2 from Stanmore, 2 from Peterborough, and 1 from Birmingham. Then we had 11 players. Then we had 2 subs. So strengthen the team up.
Like I said, you've rekindled that spark of having cricket, in Leicester, obviously being from London yourself. Now, it always brings up a question, and we've asked this to a lot of other teams. If you look at Stanmore itself, a lot of their players decided to play for Mombasa, you know, and we understand, you know, speaking to Mombasa itself, that there's been this massive gap between certain players that had to move because of, say, education or whatever, and they were still allowed to play. And sometimes that brings up, I wouldn't say the word controversial, but using players from other entities. Sometimes they go, well, it's not really a Leicester team. It's part Stanmore, it's part this, it's part that. What I'm trying to ask you is that, how do you feel about that? I mean, yes, you needed to build the strength up, but you think you'll continue doing this as Leicester starts coming along further and further?
Okay, the 5 players that we've got from outside, okay, they only strengthen the team just for this event.
Okay.
The future event, okay, there is like young players coming up, okay, and hopefully they will actually take part. We've got other players, unfortunately they couldn't make it, okay, but we have got other good players, so inshallah they will play on next time.
Inshallah.
Coming back to choosing players from other communities, like either like from Stanmore or Birmingham or Peterborough, I mean, we're all part of one unity, so it doesn't matter where they're from.
Okay.
They're all going to be representing one.
So hence the unity still exists.
Yeah. As long as their Jamaat, okay, authorizes them, okay, for them to play with us. So it doesn't really matter if you're from London, you're playing from Mombasa.
Yeah.
Maybe your circumstance or whatever that you can't play here, but you can play there. Probably because that's your home. You probably want to play for Mombasa because you're from Mombasa.
Exactly.
Right?
Yes.
And you've got friends and everyone that's playing for Mombasa, and you want to be a part of it. There's only one unity, so it doesn't really matter who you play for.
So obviously now, you probably, before coming here, realize, okay, we've got a weak team, we need to get some stronger players. Once you had that formula in place, what was your next move? I mean, how did you say, or what did you do to say, you know what, we need to bring the strength, but we need to train also? How did that come along? I mean, what did you guys do to get that team competition ready?
Okay, so as we heard about the Dubai event, okay, it's a very, very big international event, okay, all the sportsmen and sports ladies all around the globe, they're all going to be taking part. So obviously the challenge is going to be very, very strong, so what we were doing, okay, again in London, because it was coming to the winter time, so we couldn't practice outside, okay, so we actually lost our own building practices, and the more you play outside, okay, the better player you become. So we were actually practicing more indoor, okay, playing indoor and playing outdoor is a completely different thing. Unfortunately, we can only play indoor. We've done a lot of exercising. We played with a white ball, okay, to get used to the white ball.
Exactly.
We used the bowling machine. We tried everything, okay, to strengthen the team. Again, we've got one day that everyone comes down, okay, so from Peterborough, the two players.
That's right, yeah.
Stanmore and Birmingham. So we made everyone to get together. We had the team tactics, the batting lineup, okay, whose batting is stronger, who's going to be bowling. Okay, so we were judging all that. Okay,
so you started strategizing that competition level entry, coming here and saying, listen, we're going to have to do everything and anything to get this going.
So the 3 matches that we played, we really, really enjoyed it. Okay, unfortunately, we've lost all 3 games. The good thing is, okay, that we batted the whole 20 overs, okay, all throughout the 3 matches. On the first match, we were all out we only lost 6 wickets.
Not so bad.
Yeah. The second match we lost, I think 7 wickets. So we didn't lose all our wickets. Unfortunately, our players, we don't have big hitters. Okay, they're more like test match players.
So they're endurance players. I mean, they obviously can go, but they can maintain those wickets.
They enjoyed it, the bowling, like we enjoyed the bowling. Our bowling is protected very, very good. Unfortunately, we lacked a bit on the batting side of it, but we enjoyed it. We played the whole 20 overs, so that's a good thing. We were there for the whole 20 overs. All 3 matches we played today. Again, they're one of the favourites. Okay, we only lost like 20, 25 runs. So we done really well against them. All the catches were taken, and the fielding was good. Without any fielding practices, okay, we took all the catches and we fielded well.
And if I had to ask you, your biggest rival here at the Unity Games, who would you say it is?
When it comes to cricket?
Cricket or say football? I know volleyball is being taken care of by somebody else, even though you're the overall team manager. Who do you think are your rivals? I mean, if you could beat one team, who would it be?
Okay, rival again is going to be all of them. We want to like beat all the teams. Yeah?
All the
I think the
teams.
main one, okay, I would say, I mean, coming from London, it would be Stanford.
I'm glad because it seems like that rivalry always is alive. And I appreciate that. You know that it also gives people motivation to go out and do stuff.
Because when we had practice matches in the summer, okay, they beat us. Okay, so we wanted to get them back here.
That's right. I'm speaking to Kasim. He is team manager for Leicester. A few words from our sponsors, and we come back and ask some more interesting questions and get a better insight of the new 68-month Leicester team. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, my name is Abbas Fazal. We are here hosting Game Plan with me, team captain, team manager for the Leicester team, Mr. Kasim. As you've been hearing, he has been telling us a little bit about how the Leicester team, the cricket team, started from net practice to becoming a full-fledged team here today at the Unity Games 2015. Kasim, let's continue on. Now, picking a team is always difficult. There are a lot of players that want to play. There are a lot of players that might say we're good enough. But you have to have that strongest team to come out to the games. Do you feel that the selection of the team, and I know it goes on everywhere, unfortunately, do you feel the selection of the team was fair?
The amount of players, well, we didn't have much problem on the selection side because we didn't have many players.
Okay.
So it does come down to that. That's why we had to choose from Peterborough and Stanmore to strengthen the team up. We've come to this today 2015 event with 13 players. Okay, and we have to choose the best 11. Okay, so we got two subs.
Two subs, that's right.
So for our team captain, Anis Rajani, okay, it's actually very hard for him, okay, to actually select the team because we have to look after the subs as well, okay, because it's a unity game, okay, we have to get them a game as well. So it's a very hard decision for him to make. So okay, our subs have been getting the games, okay, myself I'm so fast tomorrow, and one of the other players is looked up for them to play. Okay, so again, it's going to might weaken the team a bit, but it's not all about that. Okay, it's actually they've made commitment. Okay, the subs. Okay, they paid all the money, they put all the kids ready, they've come all the way here
to give them a chance
to play cricket. Okay, so we want to win tomorrow as well. Okay, we want to go back with pride, at least to win one game. Okay, but we're not going to think that way. Okay, the important thing is okay that our players get the game, okay, and what they paid for and the commitment they've put in, okay, it's fair that they get a game as well. So me and our captain did have a chat, and that's what came down to the conclusion that everyone gets a game. Okay, it's not all about taking a strong stick.
I think that's really noble. You know, with so many sometimes big teams, I guess sometimes that can be overlooked. You know, because it becomes so win focused. And I understand that also to a certain extent, but I think if somebody's come out, or two of your players have come out all the way just to be subs, you know, it puts sometimes a dampener on the team itself. Kasim, let me continue asking you this. You're a veteran player, 22 years cricket. We all want to learn from each other, and that's what the Unity Games is about. Obviously, you've probably learned a lot from the other team managers, you know, because you're almost management level. What do you think is the one thing that you have learned here that you will take back and implement?
Here in Dubai?
That's right.
Again, to be a manager, okay, you have to make sure that when you taking part in an event like this, it's very important they enjoy the game. The discipline is very important. The first thing I've told my players, okay, from all the racket sports, okay, volleyball, cricket, The most important thing is, okay, that you play a fair game, you respect the referee's decision, okay, you can challenge it, okay, but play a fair game, okay, it's all about unity. Another important thing is, okay, just get on with everyone, okay, and just have a good time.
And Kasim, you won't believe that sometimes listening to something like that, even our team managers here in Dubai, being a Dubai team member myself, we take a lot away from situations like that, because we're also learning, because you might be doing something that sometimes might be in hindsight to a lot of our team managers, whether it's Dubai or Songeya, and I'm giving out random names here. And that is something that we've seen, and I'm sure you've seen here. Tempers flare.
It's all a part of the game. Some of the youngsters, they're very passionate about what they're playing. But I have spoken to them. Like when you play a game, okay, just be fair, okay, be disciplined, and that's the important thing. I know here what is another thing I've learned here. But the organization, the way it's been done, okay, it's a very, very tough to organize it. Okay, I've seen it.
Yeah.
I've been having problems with clashes. Okay, there's a lot of clashes between like football and volleyball or cricket. They can't play cricket. But what I said to them, okay, that which is your first priority? Okay, what you come here for? Okay, cricket is volleyball. If it's volleyball, then I'll get one of my subs to play. So I give them that option as well. So. That's been one of the problems, clashes, we've had a lot of problems with that. But I know, you've done such a good job here that you kept all of us like, happy, and we've done whatever we come here for.
I think it's been a team, when I say a team effort, you guys, and I say that word, quite verbally here, is that we as a community have come together and this has become possible. It's not that I title you as Leicester or Dubai. At the end of the day, we've come together and things have worked out really, really well. Many experiences. Okay? Obviously, you're walking away with another feather in your cap as Leicester.
Yeah.
Anything you can tell the Leicester team or the Dubai team or anybody that's listening, what is the next step for the Leicester team?
Okay, first of all, what I want to say, big thank you from Leicester Jamaat, from all of our contingent, okay, for inviting us here. And we are very, very happy. All the support and all the update you gave us, it made it so easy for us to come here. We've got across 37 players, okay, so that is for a small community.
That's quite.
It's a very, very good. Especially big thanks to Leicester organisers. They've worked very, very hard, okay, all the updates, team management, selection management, all the updates they were giving us, okay, and because of them, okay, it wouldn't have been possible. So all the credit goes to them as well. So they've worked very, very hard. And now we're here, enjoying taking part in this unity. We met a lot of families here. That's the important thing I forgot to tell you.
Oh, okay. Yeah. It does reunite, doesn't it? Quite.
I've met like so many cousins, okay, all around the globe, okay, and we've all met here. My cousin sister, all my cousins, okay, they take me part, which I haven't seen for 15, 20 years.
Wow.
And we all, it's a unity, and a lot of friends that Islam, Nairobi, we've all met here. So it's very, 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 very good. And hopefully this event carries on for generations to come.
That's the plan. Like I said, if it's not us, it's our kids, and hopefully the kids after us.
And inshallah, we pray that our unity, our unite, okay, becomes a lot more stronger in the future, and especially for the youngsters, which all the youngsters which are very, very talented, very good sportsmen, sports ladies. For them, it's all about generation now, so we have to keep it going for them.
Kasim, thank you so much for this interview. Ladies and gentlemen, you've heard it straight. Some very, very wise thoughts from the team captain and team manager of Leicester. I want to say thank you for joining us on Game Plan today. We wish Leicester and their team the best in the competition. Please stay tuned for our next event, which is a little bit of funny and a little bit of laughs from our sideliners. Kasim, thank you so much.
Thank you.
And before we let you go, we have a little bit of a token from us as a big thank you
Thank
for
you.
coming up here. And like I said, we'll see you on the grounds. We've made a new friendship here, and if there's anything we as a media team can send out as a message for you out there, please let us know.
Thank you very much.
Guys, we'll see you soon on the next game plan.